What's up, guys? So, can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me or not. First things first. I wish there was a way to chat. Let me know if you guys can hear me or not. Okay, good. So, once you guys started being able to hear me earlier, the YouTube app crashed on my phone, so lucky me, right? But I drove the truck over here so that way we could we hooked up the batteries, because the dually wasn't holding it well anymore, so, and we don't need to make those batteries dead. So issues being is we're trying to get the truck started. For those of you that are joining, hi Velvin, how are you doing? For those of you that don't know what's going on, so this is my other truck here that's been sitting for a while. We've done some maintenance on it. We replaced the batteries. Then the battery sat too long. Then we had to recharge the battery, so we brought them back up here. So the issue is that once you turn it on in the primes, and then you turn the starter, it doesn't do anything at all. It doesn't hit the starter. You can't hear the starter like sound like if a dead battery, it would go run, run, run. It doesn't do anything at all. So, and then two, we're trying to start it, hot wiring it, but I really believe the guy told us that the fuel transfer pump may be going out on it, and I think that's what happened. I do have one. I just can't locate it, and I can't remember where he told me it was. Oh, that's awesome. Where are you a truck driver at, Belvin? So, that's my issue. Any of you guys mechanics in the chat, watching the video, if you know what it could possibly be, your help's greatly appreciated. Give me some insight here, because this is so frustrating. I gotta sit here because my phone is gonna die, so I need to let it charge a little bit. Let me see if I can move this thing over some. Yeah, we are jump starting it right now, and actually it doesn't turn over by the key, so we're actually having to hot wire it just to get it to start. Why doesn't that want to move? Okay, here we go. This is what I need to do. I'm trying to get my phone thing to move. There we go. That's better. Bam. All right. Tighten all these things here. All right. All right, you have a good night there, Belvin. Or good day. It should be daytime for you, right? So, that's what we're doing right now. We're trying to see if we can get this truck started over here. But, battery's getting low, so we had to bring the other big truck over here to... Hey, Brian, welcome back. I appreciate you, guy. My other live crashed on me, so I had to restart my phone and do everything all over again. So I drove over here, and now we are pumping up the batteries with this other truck here, because the dually wasn't holding it, wasn't giving it enough juice, and we don't want to drain those batteries. Those damn batteries are $200 a piece. Ridiculous. But I've got to sit in this truck because my phone is like on 25%. It's at 25%. So I figured out why you guys couldn't hear me earlier is we have a radio that has a charger in it that's actually Bluetooth, so it plays everything over the loudspeaker. And when I did that, it was doing the USB read, so that's why you guys couldn't hear me earlier. But I still need to get out and find out exactly where this fuel transfer pump is. You guys said it was on the top of the driver's side of the engine, so I'm gonna have to climb up on the tire and see if I can locate it up there. But I do think that, hey, welcome back, Death Shock. I do think that maybe we should go ahead and siphon out the fuel. I do have a siphon, so I think we should probably go ahead and siphon out the fuel. And probably put some fresh fuel in there with maybe some Lucas diesel treatment, or some of that Lucas diesel clean, I think is what it's called. Hi Capera, I can't pronounce that, buddy. We are in Texas. Our diesel prices right now are ranging, and I go to one of the cheapest chains, which is QT or Quick Trip, and the range for us is like $2.95 to $3.20 for diesel right now. Hey, welcome in, Hot Rod. What happened with what, friend? Yeah, so if we were to go to, like, I don't know where you're at, Tenet, but if we were to go to like a Love's or a Flying J, diesel fuel there is going to be about I'm going to say $3.30 to maybe like $3.50 a gallon. Yeah, we go to Quick Trips, which is I like them, and they usually have some of the cheapest diesel prices for us. And so right now we're paying between $2.95 and like $3.19 a gallon. But if we were to go to like those truck stops that offer you like points and stuff, if you fuel up there, well, their point system does nothing because you're going to be paying anywhere from 15 to 50 cents more per gallon at those guys than you are at like a Quick Trip who doesn't offer the little rewards points and stuff. And I think I'm going to end up putting out a video on that. I think those are like, and this is for American truck drivers. I know some of you guys are not in America. But these chains, like these Flying J's and Loves and TAs and stuff, they offer you point systems for fueling up there. You get a free shower after 50 gallons or whatever. But here we pay $1.80 per liter, about 30 cents. Oh wow, I would have to do that conversion. That's crazy. So yeah, we have these truck stops that they offer you point systems, and you per dollar you're spending, like, you get so many points per dollar or whatever. And I think I'm going to actually make a spreadsheet to show truck drivers how it doesn't benefit you to do that, especially because on average you're paying, like I said, 15 to 30 cents, if not more, per gallon. just to get these rewards, whereas you can just save your money and go to a chain that has good fuel and offers you a better deal per gallon than anything. So no, the vehicle does not it doesn't make me sick or anything. I'm fine. I usually sleep better in my truck than I do at home in my bed. So, and after several years you get used to bobbling around, because we have some ugly roads here in the United States. And so definitely when my husband's driving and I'm trying to sleep in the back, you're bobbling all around and, you know, bouncing up and down. It kind of sucks. What's up, Doggos? Welcome back, bro. So anyhow, I'm trying to get my phone to charge. I'm over here, brought my other truck over here, and we're using the other big rig to do the charging on the batteries. Oh, it's good for the oh, I've heard of Preem. How do I know what? Let me just close the door. Let me turn on my disco lights. So I installed these little LED lights. Hold on a second. Can y'all see those? I installed those. Hold on a second. I'm trying to get this remote to work here. I think it's pretty cool. No, it's not. AdBlue is not a requirement. Unless you're referring unless AdBlue is similar to what we call DEF, which is like a secondary diesel fuel that they require us to put in our trucks because it helps emissions, but it really doesn't. It really more or less destroys your engine and your exhaust system. Yes, so yes, it's required on certain, DEF is required on certain year of trucks. So like this truck, this 2015 Peterbilt that I have here requires DEF. And so it has the EGR cooler and the DPF system, and it requires DEF. That truck right there does not require DEF, but it does have a DPF system in it. So it has that DPF filter in it. Anyway, so I put these lights in here. I think these are so cool. Let me show you guys. It does all different stuff. Different colors. And then the fun part about being in trucking. So actually this one here is smaller than that other truck there. So like right here, I can stand here between the seats and I have like a little bit of space. But if I stand between the seats and that other one, I have so much more space. And it's open because it doesn't have this. It has curtains, but it doesn't have that. And actually the cab is a lot higher on the other one. So yeah. Anyways, those are my disco lights. I put like 100 foot up. Let me see if I can unplug my phone. My phone is like at 29% now, so I'll put like 100 feet up here. And I put it all around and then underneath the bed and around all that. So it's pretty cool. How much space do you have? So this one here is, I think it's a 72 or a 74 inch sleeper. So it extends back further, but it's just not as open on the top as my other truck. All you guys watching, I appreciate y'all stopping by. Doggos doesn't like vegans, yet most of what cows eat is vegan. Hey, those are facts. Those are facts for sure. You can't negate facts. And it's not an alternate fact, it's a fact. You know, honestly, I don't care what people eat. People can eat whatever they want to eat. I've tried all types of diets. Yeah, don't just need to lay off the vegans and keep his comments to himself. Oh, yeah, that would have to suck. Having your bed all the way up to your seat. Now this doesn't give much room because like right behind the seat we got the cabinets here and the cabinets there, and then there's a fridge. So you only have like this much space to adjust the seat back and forth. I am short, so I'm usually up under the steering wheel, whereas my husband is tall, so he has to be back as far as possible. Are you done, babe? So, yeah, as far as inches on the other sleeper, I'm not 100% sure how big that sleeper is. We bought that truck, I think we bought it in 2016. I think we bought it in 2016 or 2017. Okay. And so just to give you a little idea of, we started with a Kenworth, a 2005 Kenworth T600. And actually what made us transition to our own truck is that we were running for an owner-operator at the time, and we were actually out of work for like about 2 or 3 months because that owner-operator that we worked for. What's up? What do you need me to do?
What's going on back there?
I was showing the lights.
You got some Pornhub going on back there?
No.
We'll try a couple more times.
All right. So the one guy, Brian, he suggested guess that we probably siphon out the old fuel because he said it could be the old fuel just being.
Just tell them all we're doing is trying to charge the batteries up to make sure the batteries are good and that you're getting ready to go and work. And once you go to work, we're gonna put the truck in the shop.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, we're not doing that. We're gonna let a shop do it.
Okay.
We're not mechanics.
We're not
But it's
mechanics.
the information.
Yeah, it is. So, but he said it was probably just really old fuel because it's been sitting 5 years. So
What's that?
he said it's probably just really old fuel. And
But it has been sitting for 5 years. We did run it. Remember I drove it around the lot?
yeah, for like 30 seconds. Anyhow, so what was I saying? So if y'all take a look at our channel, obviously, if y'all haven't subscribed to us, please make sure you subscribe to us. We show everything as far as the trucking industry. We show you what real owner operators do, and if you're not in America, this can still be helpful to you because pretty much all around trucks are similar. In Sweden, a truck generally can't be used in cities and stuff like. So, do they? So like, is it like the age of the truck that requires that says that you can't use it, or they just want to make sure that newer trucks are running in the cities, or is it because of the size? Or explain that to me a little bit more. But if y'all take a look at our video, we've been in two truck fires. One truck burnt down completely all the way. We were actually sleeping in the bunk when the truck caught on fire, and it literally, I'm probably gonna say within 3 minutes of waking up, the whole truck was engulfed in flames. So we barely got out of that truck. Like, my husband woke up because he had a hard time. He was coughing, and so we had the curtains closed. He woke up and he peeked through the curtains, and there was just yellow smoke coming out of the front of the glass, like the front of the engine. And so when that happened, he's like, "Oh shit, something's on fire." So he jumps out real quick. He sees. And I actually jump out too.
I wonder who owns these trucks right here that never.
Look, they bought those the same time we bought this.
They have never.
They've never come out here, and they still have the temp tags on them.
The guards. It's their trucks.
I know it's a black man.
Huh?
It's a black man. I've seen
Huh.
him. Yeah. So, anyways, let me continue my story. So he peeps out the curtains and he sees smoke. We both jump out real quick. And right at the wheel well, because it was I want to say it was a Pete 375, what was it? It was like a 2000 something Pete, it was the snub nose. I can't remember what they are, 589 or something like that, but it was a snub nose Pete. And we see some stuff dripping. Okay, so that makes sense. It's kind of like California here. Do you mind providing me the name of like a good fuel stabilizer that we could use? So we saw some dripping, both get back in the truck, and when I get, or actually, no, he doesn't get back in the truck. He goes to get the fire extinguisher, and I jump back in the truck because we were actually living on the road at that time. We were running frames for Ford between Kentucky to like Ohio and Detroit, Michigan. And so we had all of our stuff in the truck, electronics, hard drives, paperwork, all that stuff. And he gets the fire extinguisher to open the hood. As soon as he does that, I see flames. I'm in the back of the sleeper, and this had a very small sleeper with one side door. And the flames in the dam started coming in the truck. So I was able to throw out 2 bags, one of each of our shoes. We actually lost our computer, our wedding rings, our brand new iPhone 6s at the time, brand new iPhone 6. We both lost our phones. We lost everything in the truck. It burnt down to nothing. So Okay, I've heard of STP. So do you think that Lucas diesel treatment would work then? I think there's a couple of different types. We usually use Lucas injector cleaner in this truck here. So I'm wondering if we get a gallon of that, put it in each tank and let it sit, that might work. Stay-bill works. Okay. I'll keep an eye out for that. So, back to my story here. That was our first truck fire in 2016-ish. We were out of work for a couple of months. Then he put us in a different truck, and that's a whole other story there, because my husband actually had to go confiscate the truck from the driver he fired that was in it. And so him and the owner went to that guy's house, and the guy pulled a gun on them. And then after that, we decided we got our own. So we started with a T600. It was a 2005. And man, and then that truck burnt down. Not burnt down, but it caught on fire. Our truck caught on fire due to a recall that was never fixed. And so 2 truck fires within a matter of a few years. Now that truck was down for 4.5, 5 months, and it was all because of the insurance people, you know, given a problem with getting that repaired. And so in the process, we had a private lender that bought us that truck there so we could continue running. So that's our little tiny journey into trucking. Stable fuel stabilizer has STP. Okay. I'm gonna go to I'll probably go to Walmart and check and see what they got there. They usually have quite a big selection. But anyhow, guys, yeah, so we've been doing trucking for almost 13 years now. No, 12 years. I'm gonna say 12 years. Almost 12 years. Sometimes I get my years, too many years added there. We've been doing trucking for 12 years. We've owned our own business for 9 of those years. And no, it's not kicking over. It's not revving, but it's doing sounds like it wants to start, but it's just not kicking on. So again, it could be the other problem of the fuel transfer pump, where it's just not getting fuel in there. But then again, it could be maybe the fuel's too old in there. So I think I have 2 5-gallon jugs at home. So I'll probably fill those up with some diesel fuel, come out over here and siphon this stuff out. Maybe put the new fuel in there, and then also put some diesel treatment in there. But then again, I need to find out where that fuel transfer pump is that the guy suggested that I replace it. I have it, I just haven't located it yet, and I can't remember where he told me it was. So it's a common rail. You turn off my little disco lights back here. All right, I'm gonna climb out and I'm gonna go over here to this truck to see if I can get up on this tire and locate that other thing I was talking about. If not, I'll just Google it when I get home. I'm sure I can find the answer. Oh, never mind. He closed the hood. And this hood is heavy. Are you talking to your people? I'm talking to my people. I got 15 people. How many you got?
0.
Damn, he's got 0. My people have been hanging around too.
Another 2 minutes.
Uh-huh.
Letting the batteries charge back up without me trying to start it, so that the battery gets some charging to them.
Yeah.
Roll the windows up. Take the jump cables off.
Okay.
Throw them in the truck.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and hang it up for tonight. We can come back out here when we have more time. My son graduates tomorrow, so need to get some rest so we can travel down there and watch him graduate. I'm super stoked. And he's going to be graduating with his diesel mechanic certification, so that's even more cool. We'll probably be out here trying to troubleshoot this some more, but I think for now, okay, can I get my key out of there? And then actually, once we do get this truck up and running, I'm gonna have to clean it. I'm gonna have to get new decals because these are all like cracked and stuff. And I like my truck looking clean. You know, like that bad boy right there. I think it looks like a beast. So I'm gonna get this one done, paint the rims the same. I'm probably gonna put the same caps on it and new stickers and detail the inside, all those wonderful things, and then I'll be able to put a driver in it. But sad story is I may not be driving anymore in, I'm just gonna say, the next 6 months, because I am gonna go back into contracting and my husband's gonna stay here and run the business. So, and that's because freight hasn't been great for us actually since 2024. Even though we do run military freight, it just hasn't been good. Where's that other? I know I had it in here. Oh, there it is. I gotta make sure I return this. So yeah, I'm gonna be going back into contracting because I can make good money doing that. My husband's gonna stay here, take care of the business, and that will actually help us out more because that'll be more of a steady income coming in. Because honestly, even, I'm gonna let y'all know right now, military does not buy American. I'm gonna say about 95% of the stuff that comes off that truck when I offload, and you can see how I offload, is from China or Taiwan or other countries. So I'm gonna just return this. Sometimes, like lately, we've been pretty decently busy, but that's only because there's a driver that is out right now, so they're having us pick up his slack. But when he comes back, we could go back to getting like 1 or 2 loads a week, which is not suffice. And yeah, we could go haul for like JB Hunt or Schneider, but you can't maintain a business when they only want to pay you $1.25 a mile. So I know my bottom dollar. I know what I need to make in order to stay in business, and none of these companies are out here offering it. And the thing is with these tariffs, there's gonna be less product coming in because things are gonna be bought less. There's gonna be shit on the shelves because people can't afford to buy it, and the freight industry is going to be really affected by it. So I'm not an expert, but I know my business, and yeah, a lot of folks are going to be hurting. I'm gonna have to go park this truck back over there. So let me know what y'all think. No, Andrew, I did not get my truck, my Peterbilt running. So it sounded like it wanted to start several times, but it could be a number of things. I actually had to bring my other truck that I'm in right now over here because my dually wasn't keeping the charge on the batteries. There just wasn't enough power, so I brought my other rig over here. My husband's unhooking the batteries now so I can go take this truck back over there.